Finally making some progress on the 97 Ranger.
I suppose you have some games.
Welcome back to Classic G-Body Garage, where today is not a G-Body day. It is actually a Ford day. Sorry guys, but this is one of my projects that has been sitting around here for quite some time. I do have a link within this video, lower right hand corner. Go ahead and click on that, and that is the video series on this truck. And you can see when I got it running, just because it was sitting for years in a warehouse. And now I am going through this truck and getting rid of all of the obnoxious, gaudy paint on this thing. If you guys check out the interior on this thing in those past videos, you can see how colorful the interior was in this truck. And I am putting it all back to normal. And you can see that I have a pair of bucket seats in here right out of a Ford Explorer. They sit in here real nice. The last video I took of this truck, I just kind of went through everything, how I fit the seats in here. I did use a set of manual seat Ranger seat brackets, and they bolted right to the Explorer seats. And I just have them sitting in here right now, and I will be bolting those down once the carpet goes down. I did order that, and it is here, so I have a nice brand new gray carpet for it. And I am in the process of ripping the whole dash apart here. Got the gauge bezel off, got the radio bezel off, just because they were obnoxious and blue. So went ahead and replaced a couple of parts already. The airbag delete plate, that vent over there, those were both blue. Got a nice new original gray visor on the passenger side. Still looking for one for the driver's side because those were painted black, so I wanted something gray back in there. And also all of the pieces that were painted on this dashboard, well, they were painted on the dashboard. They didn't even remove them to paint them. So there was overspray. As you can see, there's some blue remnants right there everywhere, including the gauge lens, or the gauge lens as well. So I pulled the lens off, wet sanded it. Yeah, you would think it would scratch the shit out of the plastic. Well, it did. But then I went ahead and hand polished that lens back to a shine, and it looks brand new. So I'll go ahead and show you guys the pieces that I painted. I pulled the door panels off because I had to get the armrest off from the inside because those were blue. The sill plates were blue, and the door panels actually lifted right off. None of the screws were even sitting or even in the door panel. So yeah, it was just sitting there. So, also, I got myself a set of upper seat belt adjusters because I believe 97 was the first year that offered the slide adjusters, and they bolted up right there. So I was going to bolt the factory seat belts back in this thing because it didn't have any seat belts in it with those nasty bucket seats that were in here. I believe there were 5-point harnesses in this truck at one point in time. So putting the factory seat belts back in, found out I needed a set of those adjusters. So I went to the junkyard and bought those. And here I have everything sitting here on the hood of the 78 Calais 4-speed. Everything that was blue, I cleaned it all up and painted it black, exactly the way the factory had it. So, gonna go ahead and put these pieces back in place. The radio face, I put a nice textured black finish on there because when it was painted, it had some sort of weird textured finish on it. So the only way to, instead of buying another one, which these things are expensive even at a junkyard, believe it or not, and also it's very hard to find a regular two-wheel drive faceplate because a lot of these Rangers were four-wheel drive or had different options all throughout each side. So it was almost impossible finding radio faceplate exactly what I needed with these two outlets here. So I just went ahead and retextured this piece black, and it actually looks pretty good. So going to go ahead and start putting this thing back together, but I wanted to show you guys what I had going on. I have the Ranger all gutted out and getting this truck looking back to normal. So make sure you guys are leaving those comments, hitting that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And as always, keep watching the videos because I have all sorts of cool stuff going on, posting videos a couple times a week. Now since the weather is warm, I will be outside doing all sorts of stuff on all of these cars sitting here. So until the next classic G-Body garage video, keep those G-Bodies, or Rangers in this case, rolling.